So weigh in day today, and I weighed in at 534. It's a 2 pound loss from last week, and so um, I'll take the 2 pounds. I'm not happy with it, right? I This week training was really hard. Training was tough. I mean, like in the gym was like not that bad, but the running, the biking, the struggling on the bike, that was just mentally taxing. I don't like being bad at things, and I felt very bad at this week, and I let that affect my eating, my workouts, my relationships, really everything in my life. Right, that was like I wasn't the best version of myself, and I can't let one bad thing in my life ruin or harm other areas. So I need to develop some coping skills to be able to handle. Okay, one thing is going bad, everything can't be going bad, right? Now, only good thing is last week I lost 16 pounds. And so typically when I've had these big weeks, these 11, 10, 15 pound weeks, the following week I've gained weight, 3 to 5 pounds, depending on what the situation is. So to see the scale still move in the right direction, down 2 pounds, small victory, right? But I know if I look inward at myself, did I do enough? Did I push myself hard? Did I eat what I was supposed to eat every day? The answer to those questions are no. There's more room. All right, I had more meat on the bone this week, and so um, take a loss, but can be better. As far as this upcoming week is all about the race, a 5K race on Sunday, I think. Yeah, so 5K race Sunday. So still train. It's going to be a training run for triathlon. So basically, just my normal Friday run is moving to Sunday. Um, Bike as normal and do all the normal things I'm supposed to be doing, and then go from there. So again, I don't know if I'm gonna go sub 1 hour. I'm gonna try to go sub 1 hour, but I've been a little fatigued from training, and so I've been roughly around um, the 23-minute mark per mile. So we're gonna try to go sub 1 hour. And I think Zach's gonna pace me to sub 1 hour, unless and if we have to bump it up, we have to bump it up. But I'm gonna definitely try to go under 118. That's the first goal, but we'll see. Again, I'm gonna try my best. Um, I think this week I'm gonna go grocery shopping. Maybe Tuesday. Where the kitchen's pretty barren of food, so I have enough for tomorrow. But then I'll go shopping this week. Um, and yeah, I think just like try to push forward. Again, this has been a long journey, like a long process, and every Sunday, you know, I went to a party on Friday night, and I've been to a few parties or whatever in the past year, and I can promise you, I have not overeaten once at one of these parties. I really haven't eaten at all, right? I just typically follow my meal plan, or I ate at the weddings, both weddings, but that was like planned and had one plate only and didn't overindulge. And people was asking like some acquaintances would ask me, "So how do you do the 700 pounds? We never see you eat." And that's the point, right? Is like I would eat in private, behind closed doors. I wasn't eating in front of people. I was not a person that would, if I was in a group of people, I won't eat at all. I would just abstain because I don't want to be like my deepest fear is being embarrassed in public, right? And it's not so much like even because I do embarrassing things on the internet. It's much more like being embarrassed, like IRL in real life. Deepest fear. So me and I for the way that my addiction shows up on food is always in private. Normally in my car, in my bedroom, behind closed doors, where no one can see me. It's never in a room full of people. I've never been the person that goes to the family function and gets 3 or 4 plates. That's never been me. Cause I'm super conscious of I'm already big, and people are gonna assume that I'm gonna do big back activities. So I want to be the antithesis of that. But without fail, every single time I've gone to an event or party this year in which there is food and I was able to lock in and maintain my straight and narrow path, the drives home have been hell. Like the food noise is the loudest it's going to be at those moments, and I kind of have just realized that and know that and have to recognize, just navigate that, right? That's like my job is to get from where I'm at to get home, wherever that may be, as quick as possible within the limits of the law, of course. So that's what I have to navigate because I still want to be able to live life. And I think that, like, maybe at some point I'll eat at events, but like also, I don't know. I kind of like being able to control my own stuff, right? My own food, cook my own shit, make my own stuff. So maybe I won't eat at events. We'll see in the future. Like, I want to get to that point, like down the line, but not right now. We're not there yet. Also, on the topic of events, one of the smartest things I did in this entire journey, which was not by choice, it was by mistake. Um, I made Sunday's weigh-in day, and I did that because it was just like the first day of the week. But what it's done retroactively is it's forced me to be dialed in Friday, Saturday, which means I don't do any bullshit, right? Because like sometimes on Monday or Tuesday, I may not be as pristine as I need to be. And you can kind of, at my size, I can still get away with it a little bit. I can still navigate, especially at 700 pounds, I could definitely navigate. If I fuck up Friday, Monday, Tuesday, I can always recover Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have a lot of calories left, right? My caloric intake for the entire week is massive. So I have room to maneuver. Well, this way, all my friends have jobs and they work full time and they typically are like most people. Fridays, Saturdays are the time they hang out. Well, I want to hang out too, but I can't indulge in the pizza, the wings, the going out to eat. Just go hang out, just be chill. And I think that's been really helpful in keeping me on track is knowing that I have to be accountable publicly every Sunday, and I don't want to go off track on these days. I don't want to go off track at all, but especially on these days. It's probably like not the best mindset to have. There are probably better mindsets, but I can only fix so many things at one time. So I'm going to stick to this mindset for now. And um, Sunday will be the weigh-in day always because I think it's just the most practical for me. I don't like to change things. I'm not a big person that likes change, right? When something is set this way, that's where we're going to do it. Even though there's a better way in the future, like it takes a minute for me to change and get on the right flow. So yeah, I was just like really thinking about that, about the food situation and how I just don't eat in public when I'm around people that don't know me or whatever. Also, this is funny. Um, I went to I go to the local Jimmy John's maybe once every few weeks, and they have the pickle witch, and I wanted to try it, so I went to go get one. And it's always when I'm doing something that maybe is not the cleanest, not the best, that someone recognizes me, which is always funny, but also like a reminder again for me publicly that hey, you put yourself out there publicly to be watched, and people are watching, and so it helps me like when that happens. It's happened 3 or 4 times when I was doing something that probably wasn't the cleanest or wasn't the best, and someone's recognized me in public and said, "Oh, you're Sal," and next thing you know, like the immediate. At first it was shame, and now it's accountability. Like right now, it's the immediate accountability of like, oh, let's stop what we're doing. We don't need to be doing this. I have goals to achieve because again, I'm human and I am not a robot. Like there are only two people in this world or on the internet who I've seen be able to lock in week after week after week after week with no mistakes, no downfalls. And I talk to them all the time. Simon and Bishoy, the people I'm talking about, they are otherworldly. I respect them immensely. What they do is beyond comprehension. If you don't understand it, like to be able to be that pristine, that focused day in and day out with no slip ups, no mistakes, or if you have a slip up, it's an extra rice cake or something. That is by far the they embody what the word discipline means. I do not, right? I slip up all the time. My goal is to be better than I was yesterday, right? I talk about this all the time. I'm trying to win 70 to 80% of the battles right now that I face, and that move that goal up every so often, right? So try to go from at the beginning it was 55%. I was trying to win 55% of the week, and now it's up to about 75% is what I'm trying to get to, right? Win the majority of the week. Learn discipline along the way, right? I think I've learned. I would say that like in my discipline learning journey, mm, say I'm getting a C, right? Maybe a C minus. Like if I'm being really critical of myself, C minus probably is like the real answer. A lot of room for improvement here, right? But that's better than F. Like I was getting a 0%, right? There was an incomplete on my homework before this journey started when it came to discipline. I believed in whatever you want, impulse. I live my life by impulses, and that's just not how it needs to be. So I've rambled enough about different topics and things. I think what's most important this week coming up. So today's the 9th. Thanksgiving's in 3 weeks. So 191 pounds lost. 200 pounds 200 pounds is the next big domino, if you will. Uh, Gonna try to bang it off by Thanksgiving. That would be an ideal, nice. And then, hopefully, if we get it off by Thanksgiving, I have a real shot, like a legitimate shot, to get below 500 by the end of the year. So, like, if I can bang off 9 pounds in 3 weeks, I will give myself roughly 6 weeks from Thanksgiving to the end of the year, maybe a little less, maybe 5 weeks, to try and bang off 25 pounds, which we know I can do. I did it in September. So it is feasible. It's gonna take a Herculean effort, but that would be pretty cool too. So we shall see. Um, training. I talked about this already. Kitchen wise, back to the basics: chicken, potatoes, egg whites, cauliflower, cucumbers. Those things that really help get me locked back in, get me really focused on the task at hand, and see if we can't accomplish something really cool in the next couple weeks. Wow, that'd be fun. All right. I appreciate being here. We'll talk soon. Cheers.